Hello, friends. It's Rhonda Trout from Earned Not Filtered. If it's pretty, it's not mine. Uh, I have had 3 videos so far, and I'm still trying to work out the kinks, so bear with me. The videos I have done so far is experience with underdries panties, and I will do a new one on that one. Then Night Cafe AI platform and what I've learned, and ChatGPT and me. This time I'm going to focus more on Night Cafe, and I want to do ChatGPT at the same time because I think it's important for you to know what I've been going through, and maybe this way things will come better because I found my neck thingy. I don't know what you call it, where you put a collar around your neck and put your cell phone on the magnet and hope for better things to come. So let's get started. This is my profile on ChatGPT. And if you see here, any of these images that you see are ones that I have done. And some of them I'm pretty proud of. So let's get started. If you go to, oops, wrong channel. Here's my curations. And some of them are really easy. Some of them have to take a little bit of work because, like it or not, wording is everything. And of course, it doesn't want to. I've been having trouble with my channel, so hang on with me. So let's go over here to challenges. Today there was, and I know I'm out of focus. Give me a second. Technology is hard. Let me move this back a little bit. I hope this helps. I'll have to do this over again. Today was no theme Thursday, and I'll click on this unless you show what a challenge is like. Why is it not working? I don't know. It doesn't look. Nope, that's not it either. Okay. I'm going to click on this and hope it goes back. I don't know why it's being cantankerous. Maybe it's because I'm on a Chromebook. All right. So here's the challenge. As you can see, voting starts in a little over 5 hours. And let's get rid of that. The challenge, it doesn't really say so much as let whatever idea is calling to you lead the way. Now, this one is one of my favorite ones. I do not know if you see my last video about it, but one of my favorite prompts is 1 or 2 words, and you get some really nice pictures like this one. And then you can either create it or pull it from your collections, and then you have to enter it into the challenge. There's more. I want to focus on creating and then going to ChatGPT to see what it says. So let's pick a word. Let's see what happens. Creativity. God, I hope I spelled that right. Just one word. And you get coins and points and stuff. And then you hit create. Then it'll do its thing. Now, sometimes it'll come out with this, unless you change the medium. Now, one of my favorite mediums is charcoal and ink. But if you let the AI model do its thing, it'll come up with some really nifty pictures. So you can decide if you want to publish this to your creations, or you can delete it. Or you can just say, okay, I'm done with this one, and you just click done. So let's have some fun with this. And we are going to put, let's just say oil paint. I mean, the mediums, not pain, Rhonda, paint. And we'll keep the word creativity, okay? Let's see what happens. Now, this is very cool. And I know you know who the artist is, and that's pretty cool. I have a lot of them that'll pop up like this. So we'll hit done. Now I want to show you my mistakes. Not really my mistakes so much as modeling mistakes. That's not the right word I want. If you don't give the AI a lot of enough words, you'll end up with something like this. Now, those of you who see my last video, you know what this painting was in the background. But my prompt was touch. But it was so cool, I decided to keep it. So I could have gone down to publish, unpublish. I could have edited it, which is something that I'll share another time. You can archive it, or you can delete it if you don't want it in your collections. Before I show another one, I want to let's go to this. And you'll see something called My Games that will show you all the challenges that you have joined. And then this is your, excuse me, your inbox. And this guy, Hero, I don't know how to pronounce it, will comment on collections. And this one was called Stroking Silk. So I got 3 likes. And this guy said, nice. And then, you can say thank you or whatever you want, and then hit submit. And then sometimes they'll have a follow behind their name, and you click on it and they'll follow you back, especially if they like what you make. I know this is out of focus. Oh, God, this is so hard. Now, this one, I made a challenge, and it's fun to do, and it was about dark fantasy, and it was just dark fantasy cinema, and I wanted them to create a humorous vampire image. And this is one of my favorites. In fact, there was only like 4 or 5 people who participated. And you guys, this is so damn easy, it's unfair, really. You think, well, I didn't really create that so much as the AI did. Well, that's only partially true. It takes your prompt, which means your description of what you want. And sometimes wording is everything, and then other times not so much. So we'll go back to create. All right, let's change this. And we're going to go, oops, I don't mean graphic. Charcoal. Oops, so I try and keep on in thing, but the scene keeps moving. Charcoal, comma, ink. And I put a period there. Now, this medium is really good for people, especially children. So, let's say that we have a little boy. Keep the mouse where it's supposed to be. Little boy. Let's say 5 years old. So you want to put a, is that a 0? No, we want an O there. Then you want a comma there. Then you want to tell the prompt what you want the 5-year-old doing. So let's say he's laying on the floor, comma, coloring in his coloring book. Now, I could add to it, but let's try and keep this short and simple because the AI will take liberties. So let's see what happens after I hit. And there it is. Now, it looks more photographic. It depends on what the AI decides you want. If you don't tell it what you want, it will decide for you because it's got like a fail-safe. Does that make any sense? And then I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to publish it first. And then you can change the title and put your, let's cut this. And then we'll paste it into the description. And then boy coloring. And then you hit save and publish. It'll give you options of whether you want to save it on all these other thingies, channels, whatever, platforms. That's the word I was wanting. And then you hit enter. Okay. Now this is what I like to do. I'll right click, copy image, and then, I'm so sorry, we'll go to ChatGPT. Now I've been having problems with this page getting stuck, so hopefully it will behave itself. Now the last picture I posted on there for it to analyze was Bambi, grown-up Bambi challenging another buck. Well, it doesn't want to. No. Nope, we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we are going to refresh and hope to God it doesn't take too long, because it does. And one of these days when I have something better to work with, we could go more in depth on this if you want. And of course, it's going to take its sweet ass time. So let's go back to Nightscape. This one, I named it Malice. Now, the funny thing is about naming things, you'll get a better chance of people looking at it if it's in caps. I don't know why, it just is. And the creation summary, I guess the AI's name is Vincent, who knows? It'll tell you differently than what you post. I don't know if you can see it. I'll move up a little closer. This image shows a shadowy entity, I can't speak sometimes, as a vortex of dark energy and obsidian shards. With glowing red eyes, it features dramatic lighting and a nightmarish atmosphere with deep violet and green colors. And then it'll tell you when you did it, blah, blah, blah. But I think it came out pretty cool. I don't know, should I move this forward? Hold the phone differently. And I hope you like this. It reminds me of a Marvel villain, or is it DC? I don't pay attention to DC. Marvel's my people. And I really like it. So, done. So let's go back to ChatGPT. And it's still thinking. It's not the channel so much as, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's go back to something more fun. This is one of the fun ones. Charcoal and ink. And I thought this would be funny, and it took several tries and help with ChatGPT to get it right. And it's modern era. If you don't tell it, the model, what era you want, it'll send you back to the Stone Age sometimes. A teenage boy dressed in a suit gives his date a corsage for the prom. Her protective brothers of various ages. Okay, this guy changes it. This image captures a tense prom night moment. A boy in a suit offers a corsage to his date while her watchful brothers stand guard, rendered with dramatic lighting and bold ink strokes. And I just love it. If you use charcoal and ink for the rest of your time, if you become part of Night Cafe, and yes, it's free, this is fun to work with. You may have to change the wording of your prompt a little bit, but, it's totally worth it. So we're done with that one. Let me see if I can find you the mistake. What'd I do? I must have deleted all the other ones. So if you are a Doctor Who fan, this is for you. Now, sometimes we have trouble with numbers and words on here, but I figured this was as good as it gets, and I didn't put the TARDIS in the back like I did others. So the last Doctor Who character was played by a black man, and of course, don't ask me to remember his name because I probably can't pronounce it. So 2025 is shaking hands and passing off the power to 2026. Now, I don't know how well you guys like symbolism, but I did a powerful entity. This says, I don't know who the next Doctor Who is or if there's ever going to be one, but I thought this was pretty clever. I like this one the most because if you're a Doctor Who fan, you know what regeneration does. It looks mostly like this. Now, he was fine. I remembered to put it in the TARDIS, and of course, yes, I'm facing the wrong way. But the numbers on the sash did not work as well as it should have, and I don't know why. But anyway, I thought that was a lot of fun to do. Let's see if ChatGPT comes back up. Oh, there he is. Okay. I have set, oh, come on, dude, my GTP to clever and quirky. So this was the Bambi one I was telling you about. And this is what it said. This one actually does make sense, just not in the way your creation expected. Your intent reads as grown-up Bambi, dominance, challenge, tension. What the image delivers is quieter and more rhythmic. Here's what's happening visually and why it feels off-label. I love this because it goes into any image that you create, and it will know how you feel and how you work as often as you share your art. Posturing and spacing. Neither buck is posturing aggressively. No lowered head, no braced legs, no tension in the shoulders. They're standing in conversation distance, not combat distance. Lighting and environment. Soft forest light, painterly haze, and storybook depth. This is a clash arena. It's a fairy... Oh, let me go back. This isn't a clash arena. It's a fairy tale clearing. The forest is saying parable, not Fight Club. And you know what they say at Fight Club? What happens in Fight Club stays in Fight Club. Something like that. Antlers is symbolism. The antlers are impressive, but symmetrical and clean. That reads as status or coming of age, not rivalry. Blah, 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 blah. Facial recognition. Instead of challenge, it leans closer to succession, meeting of equals, rite of passage, and identity mirroring. So we'll go back to the picture again to give you an idea what it's talking about. You know, the coloring taste looks a lot better on my cell phone than it does on the Chromebook. Anyway, let's go back down. Basically, I see not what I might become, not I'm about to ruin your afternoon. This fits perfectly with your ongoing theme across all these images. The model keeps choosing metaphor over action when the wording allows it. If you want to challenge words like locked antlers, lowered head, brace stance, moment before impact, and territorial dispute. So this version is kind of lovely. It's less a Disney revenge arc and more Jungian physiology. I don't know what that means. Not a failure, just a prompt taking the poetic exit ramp again. So this is always fun to do when you don't understand why your images have come out in a way that you did not intend. So I'll show you one more because I don't want you to get bored. All right, I did this one and I'll click on it so it can come up. Maybe not. Okay, so this is Father Time. And of course, this is just a nice young man who represents 2026. And it's very important in your prompt to like pass the magical baton, if you will. And I chose steampunk. And I wanted to get away from the trope, please don't get sick when I move this, of a wrinkled, gnarled, skinny-ass Father Time handing the baton over to a cherub. I mean, let's face it, it's boring, it's been done, and this is the modern era. So this is something that I thought better suited my needs. And then we'll click on this. So this is me showing you what I go through in my art. And I hope, let's say, show you one more. This is dark fantasy cinematic. And it does look pretty creepy, doesn't it? So this gives you an idea of what you can create in Night Cafe and not knowing art styles, because you'll learn it by looking at other I should go back to that. Looking at other people's collections, which you can collect. Does that make any sense? Members art. So this is different collections of other people's art. Now, I was telling you before, this one cracks me up. This was one of the entries into my mission, and I almost tripped over myself laughing. How to be a scary vampire. Step 1, be scary. So anyhow, we'll go back to my profile. Okay, I lost my train of thought. You can share your profile to other platforms, which is really cool. And I also forgot to tell you that you can win badges. I don't know if they mean anything, but I get 61 badges. Or no, actually says plus 61 more badges. So this is Rhonda Trout from Earned, Not Filtered. And if it's perfect, it's not mine. Please subscribe and like my pictures.